Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Madden 2002, the Dallas Cowboys franchise mode in Madden 2002. We are coming back here after a pretty embarrassing performance against the Washington Redskins at home, and that takes us on the road to East Rutherford, New Jersey, to take on the New York Giants, also out of the NFC East. So, the thing about the Giants, however, is they're really bad. They're awful, actually, some could say. I think most would probably say. The Giants are coming into this game with only a single win on the season. We have 2 wins on the season, so this is a bit of a toilet bowl taking place. Sorry to highlight a toilet bowl. There's probably a better matchup I could highlight. I mean, in general, I'm going to say this now. The games that I chose to sim and how I framed our first season was bad. I was trying to include the Thanksgiving game, and I just screwed it up and didn't include it because it was a non-conference game. And I was like, that doesn't matter. And I didn't realize that it was the Thursday night game because it's Thanksgiving. So I screwed that all up. I mainly just focused on the division games like we did in the Bengals series, but that's fine too. But I'll try and incorporate some more fun matchups, maybe some higher stakes, this, that, and the other. Who knows? But this game, I guess, is quote-unquote important since this is our first matchup against the New York Giants in our coaching tenure here. So maybe if you're a Giants fan, this will be fun for you. I don't know, maybe. As we start this toilet bowl here with Quincy Carter getting things rolling on offense as we find an open man across the middle here. And I can't quite tell who that is. That might be Mays, I think, a free agent receiver who hauls that one in across the middle of the field. And now we have a 2nd and 1 situation here rolling. You maybe expect Emmitt Smith to get the football, and he doesn't. Quincy Carter's going to throw for it instead, and that one lands about 4 or 5 yards in front of Joey Galloway. Can't blame Quincy Carter too much as that pressure got right home pretty much as soon as he snapped the football. I mean, he was in there. So the Giants have good pass rush here, but probably nothing else. So on 3rd and 1 here. Now we're going to try and run for it with Emmitt Smith. Emmitt Smith is going to shake off a big D lineman and then get brought down by a linebacker, and that one was a little scary. So he didn't quite get enough for it. We're going to bring out Doug Bryan here to try and kick for it. It's a very, very long field goal. He doesn't have the best leg, and that one doesn't even make it to the uprights. That one lands down in at the end zone grass. So that's a shame on Will Newton for expecting this 72 overall kicker to nail like a 50-yarder, so it was never going to happen. Probably should have just tried to run for it on 4th and inches, but I digress. So I am just the GM here. I don't want to pretend I'm the coach. But Tiki Barber now trying to get busy here for the Giants offense as he nearly gets everything that the Giants need to get a first down here. So on 2nd and 1, right around midfield, they are in Cowboy territory. They're going to go with Tiki Barber on the ground again, and he's going to pick up the first down this time, and the Giants drive will continue. So on 2nd and 10, the pressure's getting to Kerry Collins, but he gets rid of it quickly in time and finds an open receiver along the sideline, and he gets pushed out of bounds for a big pickup for the Giants. So the drive is now moving here a little bit quicker than we would like to see, but we have stopped him on a 3rd down, and we have an opportunity here to force a 4th down here, maybe force the Giants to have to kick for it. Kerry Collins drops back here. Pressure's getting in his face, but he releases and finds another open receiver right at about the 5-yard line, and that Cowboys secondary seems to be unraveling at the seams as the Giants now have a 1st and goal here from about our 6-yard line. So they're going to go with a pitch play to Tiki Barber, and he gets, it just runs into a brick wall, essentially. Finds one of our big linebackers, and ends up eating some grass. So that's going to end the first quarter here. Neither team can strike the scoreboard. Are you really surprised here? A 2-5 and 1-7 team cannot break a scoreless tie here. But the Giants finally do find the end zone grass as it's another reception here from Kerry Collins, who's just been lighting things up already, and it's going to be 7-0 is your score. But we have pinned the Giants inside their own 2-yard line, and Tiki Barber's going to get the football, but he's running the opposite direction, and he's going to get brought down inside the end zone, and that is going to be a safety, man. Clap your hands above your head because that is a humongous mistake here for the Giants offense. So 7-2 is now your score in this ball game. We have another opportunity on offense, and on 3rd and 5, Quincy Carter finds Emmitt Smith out of the backfield, and he cuts upfield and picks up a nice chunk of yardage. So not an impressive throw from Quincy Carter here, but he does find an open man and is moving the offense forward, and that's what we like to see, man. Pad the stats if it means we're going to progress. That's all that matters. Okay, this isn't real life. I don't need to see that you can read a defense or find open receivers and make good decisions. Okay, just pad the stats and get those Madden stats up, and that's not going to happen if you keep running headlong into the defense on a play like that. So on a 3rd and 8 now, under a minute left to go in the first half, we are just outside of the red zone. We got to get on the scoreboard again, if possible, maybe even this game up. Quincy Carter again unloads one after getting absolutely blown up by the defense here, but he does find an open man. He finds Harris, who hauls it in inside the 5. So on 1st and goal, we're going to go with a handoff to Emmitt Smith. It's a fake handoff, but we're going to throw for it back to Harris, and that connection between Carter and Harris seems to be doing very well so far in this game, and so that is going to give us the lead here, but the Giants are going to nail home another field goal. So 9-7, or I guess they must have missed the field goal. Things are moving quick, but 9-7 is going to be your score after one half. But now coming out of the half, the Giants are moving the ball yet again as Tiki Barber gets to the edge and gets brought down at, I guess, about the 25, maybe the 30-yard line here. And so Tiki Barber has been a little bit active in this game, not as much as you might expect. But on a 3rd and 10 now, the Giants have been unable to move the ball after the Tiki Barber first down. Kerry Collins rolls out and finds an open receiver across the middle of the field, but can't quite hit him in the hands or really hit him anywhere as the miscue was on. So now the Giants are going for a field goal again here, and they're going to kick this one up, and now this one is good. So they finally get a field goal. I don't know what I left in at the end of the first half here, but 10-9 is now your score, so we have an opportunity to take the lead here on offense. Quincy Carter unloads one across the middle of the field, and there he finds Mays, our free agent receiver, who's got a nice pickup for your Cowboys offense. And coach is mad. Yeah, why not? I would be mad too. I'd be frustrated. I say that every time I see these coaches, man, because it's justified rage, man. You're getting hosed out here. So moving the ball forward now, Quincy Carter finds Joey Galloway, and Joey Galloway's running east and west and not north and south for some reason, but he does have the reception, so we will take that. On 2nd and 7, we're going to hand it off to Emmitt Smith here, gets caught up in a whole mess of players at the line of scrimmage and can't quite break free and find any open space. So running game still struggling to really get going here, unfortunately. So on 3rd and 4, we're in a prime position to at least get a go-ahead field goal, but we want to try and get into the end zone if at all possible, and Mays has to come back for that catch from Carter, but he does catch it, managed to get it, and that is enough for a first down. So on 1st and goal, it's a long 1st and goal here from the 9. We're going to float it out to Harris, who hauls it in and cuts upfield, gets inside the 5 now, but gets brought down short of the goal line. So Quincy Carter has been moving the offense pretty well today. This is what we wanted to see last week with the Redskins, but we didn't see it. But we're seeing it against a pretty bad defense, and there is the go-ahead touchdown to Harris. And again, man, that connection has just been just lighting him up, man. It's like when we watched Achilles Smith and Peter Warrick in the Bengals series, man. Just a good connection. So as long as Quincy Carter has a receiver that he feels comfortable hitting on a regular basis in these games, man, then I guess we're doing okay. I guess the team isn't in as terrible of a shape as it seems. So the go-ahead touchdown, there you see, from all angles, all speed. So we are going to go for 2 points here, get a nice little clean score, and we find Joey Galloway in the out route, and he hauls that one in for the 2-point conversion. So we have now taken a 17-10 lead over the Giants here with just a minute and change left to go. The Giants need to get all the way down into the end zone if at all possible. Kerry Collins is going to go for the throw to Tiki Barber out of the flat, and he does haul it in double coverage. An amazing catch, but the Giants are now going to run the hurry up. They seem to be in a pretty good position in the driver's seat, really. So with a minute left to go here, it's another throw for it. And Kerry Collins finds an open receiver. So time is finally going to be called. Stop the clock here. So on 2nd and 4, which is 59 seconds left to go here, they are on our 32-yard line. Again, man, a lot of leverage for the Giants offense. Maybe they just got to slow things down if they want an opportunity. But Kerry Collins rolls out and then throws to the other end of the field. Not a smart strategy, if I could just give suggestions here to Kerry Collins, 20 years ago. But on 3rd and 4 now, the Giants facing down their final options if they can't move the football. With pressure in Collins' face, he gets rid of it, throws it into double coverage, and that one is guarded well by our secondary. So on 4th and 4, the very final chance for the Giants, and that one is batted yet again, and our defense comes up super strong and super tall in this crunch mode. So on 1st and 10 now, we're going to hand it off to Emmitt Smith. He's going to redirect and get brought down The Giants still do have timeouts here, so I don't think they have all timeouts to officially, stop the clock and make us have to give them the ball back. So, but Emmitt Smith is going to bounce to the outside, and it's not going to matter anyway because he gets the first down and a heck of a lot more, and he gets brought down in bounds. The Giants are going to call a timeout anyway, I guess just out of desperation. Who knows? Who cares? But the game is going to end. 17-10 is going to be your score. The Giants fall to 1-8 on the season, and we advance to 3-5, which is still a losing record, but I mean, hey, 3-5 you can work with. That's manageable. You know what I mean? A win here, a loss there, you could hang around 500. So I'm okay with that start to the year. I'm sure a lot of Cowboys fans, maybe even Jerry, are not happy with that start to the year, but I will take it with the roster that we have. There's a lot worse situations to be in. So taking a look at the statistic breakdown, we did kind of control this game in a lot of different ways. Quincy Carter has himself an amazing game here, a pretty solid game. I can't be mad about any of these stats, man. No turnovers either. Great game for Quincy Carter. We need to see a heck of a lot more games just like that, man. And Jackie Harris absolutely leading in terms of receptions, not yardage though, but it was a great game all around. And George Teague, man, was all over the place too. He had the safety in the end zone. He made that tackle. So, but that is going to do it for this episode, and here you see I've simmed through the next few games. I didn't know which of these 3 games to show. I didn't want to show another Eagles game, so I just kind of simmed through it. And I wanted to do Thanksgiving, but I didn't realize that was that Broncos game. And so I simmed through that one too. So that leaves us with another game against the Redskins. Sorry, back-to-back opponents, damn near. So, but we do manage to beat the Falcons and the Broncos here to get ourselves to 5-6. So we're looking pretty good here, heading down the final home stretch of our first season at the helm here. So hopefully, when we see you next time, it'll be in DC when we take on the Redskins for the second time this season.